Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
In our latest 12-team $200 auction draft, we have broken down quarterbacks, receivers, running backs, and tight ends. This board right here is talking about the tight ends that we had in the draft. So let's look at some of those guys that we're looking at here. If you're looking at the board, you can see that Dallas Clark win is the highest at $17. I think that's relatively reasonable. Vernon Davis was at $16. Antonio Gates $15. Was surprised to see that Gates is now still, the third highest as far as money's going. But at the same time, I'm seeing Dallas being probably the highest picked, not just in auctions, but even PPR leagues. And also just standard drafts that I'm noticing. He is getting taken as the highest as tight ends that goes anyway. I don't believe he's going to put out the numbers that he did a year ago. I remember that was a career year for him. He had 100 receptions. It was a great year. But if you're expecting him to have that kind of season again, then you need to keep an eye on that. But he still should be a very solid player for your team. It's fair value. I don't know if he should be necessarily the highest guy going, but again, that's something to keep in mind, as it looks like that may be a trend that continues all the way through into your real drafts as you're going through, because he had such a great season the year before. Vernon Davis, we've only seen him do it for 1 year. And Antonio Gates, there are some rumors about his health, but I think that'll get cleared up. But we'll have to see how that is as we're getting into training camp and whatnot. But that's probably the reason why a guy like Dallas is up at the top on just about all drafts across the board when it comes to tight ends. And once again, we just want to let you know that if you're listening to this out there on the internet, maybe on YouTube for a video, we've got this, what we're talking about here, available for you. There's a link. It should be a link at the bottom of where this video is at, right underneath the text. And you can click on that link. You can go over and you can download this information that we're talking about. You can print it out for yourself to use at your draft. We have that available for you. And if you're also listening to this on a podcast, maybe like Podbean, Mepedia, any one of those, Blueberry, any of those type of places, that should also be incorporated. There should be an article with this as well, and there should be some type of link there for you to get back to the specific page that we're talking about for this cheat sheet or mock draft that we happen to be talking to you about right now. Good luck this season, and we hope that this information helps you have success.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in fantasy football.